This is the story. If you remember, we were Roman numeralizing and making excellent jokes about Roman numerals.
Yeah.
Like, what is the number when you
What is
subtract
9 in half?
Something like that.
What number when you take 1 away becomes 1 more?
What number when you take one away becomes one more? Yeah.
9.
4?
And 9.
Because if you write 4 and you take one away, you get
9.
And if you have 9 and you take one away,
You get 10.
and then we could also do division. Like if
That's
you,
messing up this.
if you,
That's messing up the theory of subtraction.
it messes up the theory of subtraction really seriously because we would, what would be your normal theory of subtraction?
Like 5 minus 2 equals 3 or stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's a good example. Have you got an argument for what is subtraction?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, what is it?
It's the process of taking one number away from another.
Pretty much.
Okay.
The opposite of addition.
Opposite of
addition
addition?
is taking 2 numbers and putting them together.
It's enemies with addition, and it has a really strong friendship with division.
No, it's multiplication.
Well, I don't know.
Oh,
What
wait,
do you
no,
think?
yeah.
Friendship with multiplication or friendship with division?
With division. Because they both take away.
Oh, subtraction
yeah, that
has
makes sense.
subtraction has a friendship with division because
Actually,
Yeah.
I would just say I think that like addition and subtraction are like brothers and sisters, and like multiplication is addition's best friend, and division is subtraction's best friend.
well, that's excellent.
And they do argue a lot.
And are
addition-
multiplication and division brothers and sisters?
No, just
Just happen.
they could be.
You don't know. I would like you to do some Roman numeral addition, and you can first of all look for all the sneaky tricky places. Got a sneaky tricky place?
MCM is, I think, 1,000 and I think it's 5,000 and 4,000.
5,000 and 4,000.
CM is 4,000.
That you've certainly got the right concept, which is,
Is that addition?
the C before the M is telling you to subtract, which is part of the extreme badness. The first question is, what's M? Yeah,
1,000.
is 1,000.
Oh, I
So that
understand.
means
Can
CM
I
is
read
who?
the first number out?
CM is who?
900?
900. So you want to read the first number out?
I already wrote it down. 1,913.
That's exactly what I got.
Seem reasonable?
Yeah.
Okay. And the bottom number?
D is 15. No, wait.
What is 500? It is 500, right?
D is 500, yes.
What's 50 again?
What's 50?
L.
50 is L. What do we think XL is? That's where we're
oh, I
making
40.
40. So this is 740. But rapidly erasing that because we're not interested in can you do ordinary, boring, our kind of subtraction. I like to see what happens when you're working with these guys. I don't hear you all screaming out the answer. You are not instantly saying, I know what the answer to that is. The answer to that is really, 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 really simple.
2,353.
Well, I want it in proper Latin.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Addition or subtraction?
We're doing addition because addition is so easy.
Okay. Wait, what
Can someone translate
No translating. What have we got here? Count them up. How many M's have we got?
2.
2.
Got it. No.
No,
Got
wait,
it.
let me think of
But
it.
what's this C doing?
It's taking away
100.
It's taking away 100.
the M.
So this C is actually being subtracted rather than added.
Yeah.
Can you think of a clever thing to do with it?
No, not really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rihanna.
Is it like 400?
Who, the answer to the question?
The C and the M.
The C before the M means 100 less than 1,000.
900.
which is 900, yeah. Okay, so this is, but we've collected these two m's, right? So those are those two m's. Now we've got to deal with the fact that there is this minus a c. So we've got to subtract 100.
1,900.
We've got to subtract 100 from something.
1,900.
No, I sorry, let me say this again, because it's gotten a little confused. We were here. I agree. This says 1,900. Yeah, all happy? But I want to add this number to this number.
Okay.
That's what I want to do.
What's this?
Oh,
Yeah,
D means
700.
I don't want you turning it into nice, easy numbers. Actually, my purpose, I think, has been served, because what I was going to say is, this is a terrible way to do arithmetic. This is really bad. Okay, MM.
DC.
We have MM,
DC.
and we have a D,
And C.
and only one C. Why only one C?
Because the second C is added to
No, it's
900.
two C's.
These two C's,
Oh, of course.
so we've got one C. Okay, now, what about this X here?
It goes with that X up there.
Yeah, because this is being subtracted from,
So it's
so
X.
those walk, and what are we left with?
503. No, 50.
53.
53, and there we go. So
Which is LIII.
it's doable, but you say, here are the Romans, and they are running an entire huge empire and collecting taxes from everywhere, from the Near East all the way to
And they
Britain.
do the taxes like that?
They couldn't. They would never get their arithmetic done right.
Yeah.
And we have no remaining Latin math books that tell you how they did math. But what we do have is something totally weird, which is an English math book from the 17th century, and it tells you how to add numbers. And it tells you how to add Roman numbers, even though they don't use Roman numbers.
Robert Record's arithmetic book.
Robert Record's arithmetic book.
Is that his nickname or his real name?
No, that was his real name. His name was Mr. Record.
I never want to become a Roman.
Mark, read out loud what it says.
When you will add two sums, you shall first set down one of them, and then by it, draw a line across the other lines.
If you look up, is that what it looks like on your paper?
I have no idea what I just said.
Oh, well, try it again, read it over, and see if it makes sense. Okay, so here we are with our spots. Here's our first number. And then there's the line so that we know that it doesn't fall over into this number. And here's our second number with one L and three X's and a V. And this is on a board, and those are pebbles. That's why they're so round. Yeah.
I think, then, once you have the numbers written down, I think the process of adding them is, on the very bottom row, the ones department, the I, it comes to 5 of V.
So what does he say? He says, and if you would add them, you may add the one to the other in the same place,
So that,
or you may add them both together in a new place, which is the safest way.
so that's,
Why is it the safest way?
we're not really sure.
I know.
Why?
Because otherwise, it may seem like it's with the other ones in that line.
That's always a worry. So the reason he's put the line here is so that you remember which was which number and they don't go sliding all around together.
And so if you put some over there.
So what have I got in the way of ones? Ooh, hard question. I think you can shout. How many ones?
5!
You shouted extremely well.
Same too.
Well, I had not really realized that I would be taken quite so literally.
And then for
Okay,
the V,
but are you ready for a spectacular cleverness? I've got my 5 pebbles here. And now what do I do? Where do I put a
Wait,
pebble?
right next to that line.
Well, here. Do you notice this nice thing? We've got hundreds and tens and ones, and then in between them, we've got the 5s and the 50s. Yeah,
Wouldn't you bring the 5 up to the V?
I definitely would. So I would go to my bag of pebbles, and I would take one pebble, and I'd put it there, and that's the answer to adding those guys.
but you should put so that pebble stays there, but along with the X, but those 2 pebbles make A, but those 2 pebbles in the V or the 5 make a 10, so you put it with the X's, and that puts 1 in the X's plus then 2 in the 50s.
So how many X's have I got all together? If I look at my entire line of,
You have 6.
I have 6.
I was about to yell it out.
And by the way, remember when you're doing arithmetic, one of the exciting things you learn in about 2nd grade is about carrying? Well, look what I've just done. I've just had my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it gets lifted up and gets carried up to here. Now here I've got a problem. I've got 6 of these. So
Maybe
I
that's
can
where they
take-
got the carry.
That's where you got the carry from. Yeah,
Well, you carried it.
yes. Now, X's, how many have I got?
5.
And so what do I do?
You carry 1 to the L.
Carry one up to the L's. Got the concept?
Yeah.
Okay, the first problem that Record gives in his book is add 2, 6, 5, 9 and 8, 3, 4, 2. Can we write this on in pebbles?
Yes.
What's the biggest thing we've got there?
8,000.
Okay, 8,000. How can we do 8,000?
1,500 and not 1,5. What? 1,5 M and
One of the 5 M's.
yeah, 1,5 M and
3
3
And 3 M's.
3 just M's.
And then, let's see. Next you have to deal with 300.
Which is 3 C's.
3
Yeah.
C's.
And next you have to deal with 40.
Which would be 4 X's.
is
Which would be 4
Or it
X's.
could be an X then an L.
No,
we
no,
can't
no,
do
no,
that
because
here.
that was only how they wrote a number. That wouldn't be how they thought a
And
number.
then,
And then 2.
Then lastly,
we
you
just
just
have
have
to
2
write-
ones.
2 on the ones.
And 2.
No, the other number.
By the way, while you're at it, let me tell you the Roman word for a pebble,
What?
which is a calculus.
You calculate
So you calculate it with, this is your calculator. It is a calculator
No,
with real.
wait. That, I thought, oh no. Abacus and calculus, they use abacus that's the grid, that grid is what they have in abacus.
It's a lot like an abacus, but this is just, was called a counting board. You just took a table and just
So
drew
this
lines
is
on it.
really ancient?
Really ancient.
Okay, because the ancient Romans used abacuses, which is pretty much that same board.
It's pretty much the same thing. There's one interesting thing, which is they marked the M line so that they always knew where the M line was, so you didn't confuse thousands and 5,000s and things, which is sort of like what we do with a comma. Okay, 2,659.
So
Can we do
first-
that?
Yes.
Yeah. So there's 2 with the M's.
We want 2 of the M's.
Yep. And then we want
One D
one of the
and
D's.
One of the D's
and one of the C's.
and one of the C's.
and then let's see, we want
Then
3 X's.
No, wait, we want 2 C's actually. Because there's the No, sorry, I was wrong.
So we have our 2,000 and our 500 and 100 makes 600.
So then 50 would be, then we need one L,
We got there.
and then we need 9 1.
No, you need one V5. I mean 4 ones.
Yeah, you need one V and 4 1, sorry.
Do we agree?
Yep.
Okay, so add them up. Put them on and add them up.
Okay.
And see what you get.